Not for 6 centuries has a pope resigned from the papacy, but Benedict did just that. He said to put the church above himself, and that is how he was remembered at his funeral this morning. Bells tolled in a fog-shrouded St. Peter's Square, and thousands applauded as pallbearers carried the cypress coffin. Another historic day at the Vatican as Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI was eulogized by his successor, Pope Francis.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Amen. The current pontiff, dressed in crimson vestments reserved for papal funerals, began Mass with a prayer. Benedict died on Saturday at the age of 95, 10 years after resigning from the papacy due to failing health.
We can't forget the example that he gave in his resignation, that he more or less said, look, I'm not in this for the prestige, the power, the office. I'm in it for service, as Jesus taught.
In attendance today, New York Archbishop Timothy Dolan, who was elevated to cardinal by the former pontiff in 2009.
Even in New York, people that would not even be Catholic, our Jewish neighbors, politicians, they would just say he was such an honorable, radiant man. They gratefully would remember his visit to New York in 2008.
That's when Benedict held Mass at Yankee Stadium, visited Ground Zero, and made history by stomping at a synagogue on the Upper East Side. Despite the Catholic sex abuse scandal still swirling, many of the faithful believe his abbreviated pontificate will be remembered as selfless.
He's a real inspiration for the seminarians in my generation. As a man who lived through the council and who changed the church as much as he did, it's just really amazing to be here.
And Benedict will now be buried in a tomb below St. Peter's Basilica. Unlike typical Pope funerals, a conclave would follow. Of course, that is not necessary, as at 86 years old, Pope Francis intends to continue serving out his lifelong appointment.